Hello, this is Bug News, and today we're going to talk about Leon Harris. As you know, Leon Harris is a former CNN reporter who started off working the cameras for CNN and also, I guess, the board. Came up on the west side of the mountain. This landed him into becoming a news personality within the DMV, Washington D.C. metro area. I think he was on ABC at one time, and now he currently is on NBC4. Now, strangely enough, while Leon was in court, he was there alone, just him and his lawyer, like he needed a hug. We're assuming that he probably thought he was just going to get probation, so he probably told his significant other not to show up. I mean, I don't think his wife was in court, and no wife, kids, nobody, no side chick, no nothing. It's a lonely day on June 21st for Leon Harris, unfortunately. But from various sources, this is pretty much how what was said in court. The state's attorney presented the case. Leon Harris, as we all know, got a DUI. He hit a car. That car caused another accident on another car on Bradley Boulevard. If you don't know anything about Bradley Boulevard, it starts off at Connecticut Avenue and I guess Bethesda Chevy Chase. I don't know how to label the exact area name, especially these days. North Bethesda, like many code words, but anyway. Then you come across Bradley Boulevard, so it's like a real narrow street, 2 lanes. So some people, it's only probably about 25 miles an hour. You can go through there. You're supposed to go through there, but if it's clear, you got people just balling through there like they're crazy. But anyway, so then you hit Wisconsin. So if you know anything about that part of Chevy Chase Bethesda, so it can be kind of a long light, especially when there's a lot of traffic and a whole lot of stuff. So then you cross over Wisconsin, and the Bradley Boulevard opens up. So you got 2 lanes on one side, 2 lanes on another side. And then you go through, I think it's Woodmount, takes you down to little something Parkway or whatever it's called. And then, it's like a Safeway on one side, and it's a gas station on one side. Safeway going in the opposite direction, but and the gas station, like a little cheap gas station. Well, it ain't cheap, but going towards Potomac Road. All right. So as you ride Bradley Boulevard, the speed gets a little faster, but because there's less lights on it as you're going up, gets more and more residential. So, and it's not too many traffic lights, street lights on Bradley Boulevard. So maybe it could be a little dark. I don't recall it ever being that well lit. But you cross over Wilson, and you cross over a couple of more streets that kind of the major streets coming from out of Potomac, cross down to Bethesda, going over to Silver Spring, hitting other major thoroughfares. But anyway, so he was may have been going fast. I don't know, but he did have an accident. This was said in court. I was just trying to paint a picture for you guys. So he hit one car. We know person that was in that car. First name was Mary. Don't know that last name. After they hit that one car, after he hit that one car, that Mary car allegedly hit another car. Mary's injuries caused her to I guess get carpal tunnel and some other elements from the accident. This didn't come out Mary's mouth. This came out the state's attorney's mouth. I guess it was her statement. I'm not sure, but why was that relevant anyway? But when Mary and her crew were asked about the accident, they said they don't know. That's basically what she was saying. She was told to say at this point. Now, people that were married was an older gentleman, about 70, daughter, I guess, or some female, about 20, and then an older lady. So one of those 2 persons was married. They didn't have anything to say about the case when asked. The gentleman appeared looked like he wanted to talk, but I guess the boss spoke and he shut it down. Now, when the police engaged with Leon, this was based on state's attorney's comments, and I'm paraphrasing it. He got in the car, he was stumbling, appeared to be drunk, smelled alcohol, the routine. I don't think he took the sobriety test at that point. Now, Leon did plead guilty, but the state's attorney did want a year in jail. Remember, this was his second offense, so usually in Maryland, you get that first offense. If you don't maim or hit anybody, you may get a PBJ, but they wouldn't. I think his attorney wasn't, and I'm just guessing his attorney wasn't going for a PBJ. He was going for probation. And but prior to coming to court, a lot of people they get into the alcohol programs and things like that to show that they made an effort to make a change. Blah blah blah. So Leon, he did get into an alcohol program on his own voluntarily. So he took off from his job without pay, I'm assuming, and he got into a 28-day program. I may be wrong about the number of days, but he got into a 28-day program where he had to stay there overnight for 28 days. He did admit that he had an alcohol problem, and then the person that ran that program, they came and spoke on his behalf in that aspect. And then he also continued on with his alcohol training program like for another 30 days or 15 days after that, and I think he's still in a program. At this point, now Judge Alina Oliver gave Leon 10 days. She said due to the severity of what was going on was because he fled the scene. So, that's basic, because I guess had he gotten away, they wouldn't have been in court today. I can't speak for the judge, but I'm assuming that was her justification. So he got 10 days. He could have got more. And he probably will do the 10 days on the weekend. Or he may be able to do them stretched out over the year. We don't know. He has turned himself in on Friday, as it was stated in court. Now that could change. And when I say Friday, what are we looking at? 24th. I think the judge wanted immediate, but I guess due to his statute, she gave him a little leeway, so he has to turn himself on Friday. So we don't know if they're going to spread it out over weekends or days, 1 week. We don't know. So 10 days for 2 months and some change that he may, if he does it on the weekends. If you do the 10 straight, a month, he do his 10 days, he out. And I don't think Friday counts as a day, in my opinion. So it may, I guess, if he goes in, I don't think Friday. I think it'll be 24 hours time. Then who knows? Maybe during that time he get time served and come back. All he did was 3 days. Who knows? But that's what pretty much happened in court. We're going to try to get a hold of the testimony for those who are curious and things like that. But should we free Leon? Should he just got probation? And of course, he has to do the interlock in his car, and he we're doing the interlock, which is not exact science. I don't know why people, then it's too expensive, because if you got family and other obligations, they should have some type of program where you can either spread out the payments or get some type of help from the state. But of course, some people who say, people go to jail, they don't get no, when they got to pay, there's some restitution, they don't get no help for the state. But they should at least be able to spread those payments out and things like that instead of paying, because that could be quite expensive. And although we may think Leon is in a good position, he may not be. But this is Bug News. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you think. Should he got more time, or should he have not received any time? And this is Bug News. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.